What's up, everybody? This is CARLOS Carlos, and let's talk about Rascal Does Not Dream, double feature film. It was Rascal Does Not Dream of his sister venturing out. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Knapsack Kid. This was a double feature film. It was two films in one, or it was two films at one screening. Uh, it was only 2 days they had this screening. One was in English sub, one was in English dub. The one for English sub was on a Sunday, and it was only one show time. It was at 2 p.m. And the same thing for Monday for the English dub at 2 p.m. So I want to talk about this film because I will talk first, not spoiler, and then later on in the video, spoilers. So for people who enjoyed this series, you guys got to check it out. The movie. I enjoyed the film. Enjoyed the first one. They both were hitting the same topic, family, and I understand why it was a double film because he was dreaming of the knapsack kid. In the first film, we get in the I think in the first scene of the first film, and it hits the second film, particular about that dream, a bit more. But this film, like these two films, they're already trying to make me cry. Like it was very emotional, both of them, because I said it was hitting the topic of family. I went to the theaters. I bought the tickets at the window. I didn't want to pre order my ticket or order online. I was expecting a lot of people. It was a good amount of people. There was only like three of us before 5 p.m., but people were showing up like 2 minutes before. Um, but there were still people coming in like after the film was like the first scene was showing. My theater was having some situation or some issues with the person who was projecting the film because he was adjusting the film like, in the first 2 minutes of the film. Luckily, the first scene I did watch it on YouTube because Aniplex USA released it on their YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check out the first scenes, the first like 7 minutes, I believe, of the first movie and the second movie, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister venturing out, first 7 minutes, and then they have the Rascal Does Not Dream of a Knapsack Kid, it's the first 7 minutes, or yeah, they have it out on their YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, I think luckily I saw that that scene, the first scene, on YouTube, so it was not bothering me too much because I already knew what was going to be happening. But for people who were just watching it, first time seeing that scene, they were adjusting the subtitle because subtitles were supposed to look like this, like you see my entire hand right here, but it was like right here. You could barely see it. You could barely like see half of the words. And but yeah, I was like, yo, come on, guys, you gotta adjust the projector. Like they should have at least an ad, or they should have projected it, adjusted projector of the film when they were showing the like Kodansha or it was Karawa is well the people who were there or Aniplex, when they show Aniplex, they should have been adjusting the film. For some reason, they were just adjusting when they took characters. The main character was dreaming about that sequence, so they were adjusting the lens and just the film. I was like, come on, guys, come on. I wanted to laugh because I was like, this is ridiculous, man. Like they were not showing no previews when we got there. It was just black screen. It was not too dark. It was there was some light. But come on, guys, this is the only time you guys gonna show this film. You guys gotta be on your A game, Um, I wonder people were like, man, I hope they don't screen the English dub. That was some people were saying. I hope they don't show us the English dub. We're here for the English sub. And then people were like, nah, you have to take for the English dub. I don't think they're gonna mess up. Like, dude, they're after they were saying that, I was like, man, let's see how they're gonna do it. They were messing up with the projection of the film. I'm like, come on, guys, come on, you guys could have fixed this. You guys should have practiced this. It's only one show time. This is the only time you guys are gonna show this film. There's no other time you're gonna show this film. Like, come on, guys, it's crazy, man. I like you guys don't do this with like films from like, come on, like, come on. They should have been on top of this, you know. Like they didn't do this when they were showing Demon Slayer. They had that. Well, I went to a different theater actually, but anyways, I should have went to a different a different theater if they were gonna have some situations like that, like problems like this. But anyways, as I said, it didn't bother me because I knew it the first 7 minutes of the film, and they finished adjusting it after like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. But yeah, anyways, first film was was tackling about his sister, um, and going to which school she wants to transfer to. What was that? Yeah, high school or middle school? No, high school. Yeah, high school. So she's trying to find which high school she's going to. We thought she was making the choice of going to this particular school, but no, is sure her real intent was not going to that high school. So yeah, it was technically like why like she wanted to go to that school, and then we find out why later on in the film because we don't know why she wanted to go to that school until later on in the film. But enjoy the film. I was like, I wanted to cry a little bit on this part in the end of the first one because yeah, it was pretty emotional for the main character. You guys saw the previous film, and you guys, if you guys knew. But anyways, I don't want to spoil it anything to y'all if you guys haven't seen if you haven't seen the film. So yeah, after the first movie finished, it was the end credits. They brought back the iconic ending, and the sister was singing it the ending as because usually it's mostly the girl who like having the problem or situation. They are the one who's singing the outro. So I think that last film was all of them, if I recall correctly. But this time it was just the sister singing the outro. Um, People were going during this time. People were getting up their seats. I think some people were just stretching. I just would stand up to stretch because I didn't want it. My legs were getting a little bit tired just sitting down, so I was just stretching out. People were getting out of their seats, going to get a refill for the popcorn drinks. People were going on potty breaks before the next film starts. Um, and yeah, I don't know if there were some people who left who didn't know there's another movie. I hope not. I hope they were just getting a refill for the popcorn, refill for the drink. For me, I didn't get no popcorn or drinks. I didn't want to be holding my like holding in, going to the restroom, or going leaving during the outro because you know I love the outro is amazing. I love the outro for this series. Like the opening is cool, but the outro is the best. The outro is iconic. Everyone loves that outro. I love the outro. I listen to it. Um, so yeah, and I think people were trying to come back in quickly before the second film started. Um, we had like a little preview by the end of the film. After the end credits, they showed the preview of the next film, and then we jump right into the film. I thought they were going to, because the preview was different from the first scene from the Rascal Do Not Dream of Knapsack Kid, the second film. So I thought they were going to reshow that preview scene on the first scene as the first scene, but no, the first scene was very different from the preview. So I was like, wow, this preview had some different had a different scene compared to the uh, compared to the first scene of the film. I thought they were going to have the same particular scene from the preview for the first scene, but no. And I was like, yo, that's awesome. They didn't like reuse the scene for the movie. It was like a whole brand new animated scene for the preview. So I was like, hmm. Unless it's already in the manga or I don't know if it's a light novel, but if it's following the manga adaptation. But anyways, the second film, I thought it was mostly it was going to hit the topic of the kid a little bit. We know the what the little kid represents later on in the film, but it was hitting the topic of family as well. This film, and this film really wanted to make me cry. Like, yo, I wanted to cry in the last scene of the film. I enjoyed both films. It makes sense why they put it together. It was hitting the topic of family, and both characters were had journals, and yeah, it was it was mostly emotional, impactful for the main character because it was hitting the topic of his family, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was like I already wanted to see it again the films because it was that emotional, and I really wanted to cry on the second film. On the second film was a little bit more emotional for me, but yeah, these two films were emotional. They both wanted to make me cry, but the second one really almost got me there. It really almost got me in my waterworks. So, but anyways, my thoughts of the film, I say it was like a 8 out of 10, or eight. No, actually 8.5 out of 10. Some animations scenes like the idol. I think it was when they're after they finished performing. The animation was a little rough. The little rough animation when the main characters in the subway or in the train station, like people walking. It was kind of weird, weirdly awkward walking people around. Uh, it just didn't look right until they zoom into the main character and the little sister, and then people walking. Now that was better animation, but it was like more like CGI on the other when they had the little out scene. But when they zoom in a little bit closer, that the animation was better. It was just the people walking was a little bit CGI on the on the first scene. I'm like, that I don't know this how they are supposed to look like, but yeah, a little bit rough on the on some of the animation, but it didn't bother me too much. Anyways, and I saw that Mappa animation animate help animate a little bit of the second movie. I was like, oh, come on, man, but you gotta let these animators take a break, you know. So, anyways, I don't know if they were working this previously. I don't know, but yeah, I enjoyed both films. You guys, if you guys enjoy the series, check it out. Go check it out. I recommend you guys check it out these two films because I enjoyed both of them. But yeah, that's the end of my non spoilers. Now to the spoiler, spoiler of this. I'm talking about it. Spoiler alert. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the first film. Rascal did not dream of his sister Victory. Now, as I said, it was hitting the topic of his little sister. He finally got his sister back after uh the situation she was prior in the previous movie. We got the sister that he had from the beginning, but he still for like misses the sister that he had in the beginning of the series. Um, and yeah, it hit a toll on him. He still remembers about her, and his little sister still thinks that he cares about her other alternative, her. And yeah, and we see in the journal that she's not the one who wants to go to his high school, but it's her alternative, her that wanted to, it was her dream to go to his high school. And we see like why she was like having like scar, like, you know, it's kind of like a scar on her hands. And we're like, I was like, wow, I wonder why, you know. And we find out because the journal that it was not her dream, it was her alternative dream of going to that school. But um the main character was looking into a different school because the counselor like, I don't think you're going to be able to go to that school. But luckily, she did pass the test. I was like, whoa, she really passed the test. I like she did really study hard for it, but she really didn't want to. It was more of her alternative wanted to go to that school, not her. It was not her dream, but the school that she's going to, the online school. I think it's a better situation. It's better school for her because she didn't go too much. She didn't went too much into school, like going to school prior because of her alternative self. But she's gonna improve her communication, talking with more people, being more out there when if she goes doing the online school because she's gonna enjoy have more fun with school. From my perspective, I think it's a better choice to go doing the online school. And yeah, and then we see like them asking like one of the idol members who's going to that online school. Um, as I said, that one scene when they're after you finished performing was a little bit odd. The animation, it was a little bit rough, but yeah. Anyways, pretty good film. Wanted to cry because I was like, yo, he does miss that the other sister, but she had to be honest. Like I do miss her, but I'm happy that I have you. You know. So I was like, yo, this is emotional, man. I was about to cry. I was like, yo, this is pretty good. This is, all right. That first film was good, man. So, anyways, moving on to the second film, Rascal Does Not Dream of the Knapsack Kid. We saw in the first film the dream they had. We don't know what she is, the little kid. We think it's his girlfriend's low form. That she does look like it because we see that. I'm sorry with I'm not good with the names, okay, or the characters. Uh, like for us, I forgot some of the characters. I even forgot about his friend. I really forgot about his friend. I forgot his friend worked at the same workplace. Like it's been a long time since I watched the series, so I was like, "Yo, is that his friend or that the manager of the restaurant?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that is his friend." Like I totally forgot about his friend. I don't think he shows up too much. His friend, like we don't see too much of his. Like he doesn't have that much screen time. But anyways, um, some of the characters that do we do see more the same like the characters from the previous series, like from the anime TV series. I mean, from the last film and from the series. You know, from the first season. But it was awesome seeing those characters come back and like in these films. But they don't have too much screen time. Some of them do, some of them don't. Um, and I like that it was in reverse. He was the one forgotten, as his girlfriend was the one forgotten in the first like few episodes. It was now her turn to be finding him. It was that was awesome. The in reverse situation. And yeah, we know now about his mom. We didn't get too much information about his mom in prior films and prior of the series. Um, and that was always a question for me. I was like, I wonder, like, if we're gonna meet his mom. Like, we know his dad. We didn't know about her personality of the mother, how she looked like, and that film was hitting the topic of like his mom not knowing him not knowing about his mother. Like, he was not thinking about the mom when he got out to hit the apartment and they moved out with his little sister. Like he was not thinking about the mom. He was always doing the chores, doing the doing the laundry, doing food, making food. Like yeah, he was a grown up. He was like a grown up. He matured from the situation. I guess his girlfriend is talk as he was more as a grown up. Cause yeah, he was out and about. He didn't have his parents. He was mostly learning how to cook himself, how to do laundry by himself. You know, so yeah, he didn't think too much about his mom, and he didn't acknowledge too much about his mom. So his mom was not acknowledging him. So that's why he was not known because she was not knowing about him. It was just his little sister because he was mostly pushing his little sister to meet the mom, or yeah, because his little sister wanted to meet the mom. He didn't feel like he wanted to see the mom in the beginning of the in the film in the beginning of the, like he didn't want to say hi. He was just letting her sister like meet the mom. They were meet like saying like it was an emotional um, reunion between the mom and the little sister. And yeah, I was like, yo, why he's not talking with his mom? It's been a long time since he saw her. I think I was like, why he's not like, hey mom, how you doing? You know. And later on, I was like, yo, that's why he's like forgotten because his mom was not thinking about him because he was not thinking about her in the first place. So I was like, yo, and the hitting the series, this two films, the topic of family, um, was awesome. I like that it was mostly focused on the main character's family, um, and yeah, but we do see like his girlfriend, or knowing about his girlfriend's mom. Like we see her in the second film, and yeah, I was like, yo, we finally meet her mom as well. So and how her mom treated her, it's like yo. But yeah, I enjoyed both films. I already want to rewatch both of them again, especially that second one. I enjoyed a little bit more the second one because that man, I'm telling you, I already wanted to cry when his mom sees him and acknowledge him, and he acknowledged his mom because I feel like he didn't acknowledge her, and he knows he found out later on that he was not acknowledging her, and how much of a struggle she was fighting to improve herself. And she had a journal, just like his sister, his little sister had a journal. His mom was having a journal as well, and yeah, and then he got a key for the apartment of his parents. Um, that was a clutch. Him getting the key for the apartment, his father giving him the key. That was kind of clutch. That was kind of clutch because that helped him find out about the journal and stuff. But yeah, that key was a bit of a clutch, and yeah, I enjoyed the film. I said I think 8.5 or 9 out of 10. I enjoyed the film. I really want to watch both films again, especially the second one. I really enjoyed the second one because yeah, the little girl was the one that teleported him to a different uh, uh alternative universe. And yo, I was like, whoa! I like this is totally weird, but yeah, it was a little fun like situation. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I was not thinking that little girl was like would alter him go to a different universe, and the alternative him was like writing on the paper like, "Hey, you better solve this situation, man." I'm like, I want to go. So yeah. Anyways, enjoy the films. If you guys enjoyed the series, check it out. I bet you guys check it out. Tell me in the comment down below if you guys went in theaters. What you guys' experience? I know some people were saying they were feeling awkward going by themselves. I went by myself. There were some people that went by themselves. They were saying that people were going with like couples were going and a group of friends were going. But yeah, there were some couples. There were like two couples and one group of friends, like two groups of friends, like two groups of friends, and like four or more people in a group behind me. But yeah, I was by myself. There was another person by themselves, another guy by himself, a girl by herself. You know, it was not too awkward for me in my theater. But I don't know if there were some people who were feeling awkward going to see the film by themselves. Okay, I don't know if there's not a lot of people that enjoy it, like know the series, because I said there were not a lot of people as I would expect. I expected a little bit more, but yeah, I enjoyed the films. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was my thoughts of the films. Tell me the guys down below. What were your guys' thoughts? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video upload. Adios.